Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Kaiserlich Marine. Um, I think it's Marine. I'm not sure. Marine, I don't know if, probably it is a German word too. Probably they used it, they grabbed it over from Latin. Um, Anyways, it's by Orapi, and it looks like it's a set of battleships here. Anyways, here are the rules. Normal 9 by 9 Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 exactly once in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. We also have battleships, where we need to place the given fleet of ships onto the grid so that no two ships are touching, not even diagonally. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Rotating ships is permitted. So no two ships can touch even diagonally. Whoa, this is gonna be filled with ships here. But you can rotate ships. A clue outside the grid indicates the number of cells in the corresponding row or column that are occupied by ship segments. So this one is saying there's only one ship segment in this entire column. This 6 is saying there are 6 ship segments in this entire column. This 5 is saying there are 5 ship segments in this row. So this is similar to Battleship, the game. I don't know if it's translated in German to be Kaiserlich Marine, but maybe it is. Maybe that's why it's called Kaiserlich Marine. Anyways, we also have, okay, the German fleet. So this is the German fleet, which is why it's Kaiserlich Marine. All ships are German whisper lines. And the rule set for German whisper lines is adjacent digits along the line must have a difference of at least 5 between them. So say this was a German whisper line here. Oops, not edge, center. So say this had a German whisper line here, and this was one of the two length ships. Then if this were a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9, because the only digits that are 5 or more away from an 8 or 9, from a 3 is an 8 or a 9. So that's how that works. And we also we have Kropki dots, where digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, and digits separated by a black dot have a 1-to-2 ratio, meaning one is exactly double the other. And not all dots are necessarily given. Huh. Fascinating. Okay. And remember, all digits on a German fleet, a German ship, are essentially German whisper lines. Huh. Okay. So, if this were, say, a 6, this would have to be a 5 or a 7, because these two digits must be consecutive here. If this were, say, a 2, this would have to be a 1 or a 4 to make sure that this maintains a 1-to-2 ratio. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. A ship can never be... Okay, so first of all, a ship can never be along a black Kropki dot, because a black Kropki dot, the difference between those two digits between a black Kropki dot is at most 4. So, and you also can't have it be next to white Kropki or along a white Kropki dot. So this can never be part of a ship. So we're going to mark those as blue. We have, how many do we have too? We have 4 2-cell ships, 4 3-cell ships, 2 4-cells, and 1 5-cell. Okay. So this can never be part of a ship because it could go this way though. Could it? This one can't be because it can't go this way and it can't go this way. Because the white crop keys limit it and the black crop keys limit it. If we tried going here, the problem is this is at most 1, 2, 3 cell digits away. So this can never go this way. It could go here though. So this could potentially be a ship here. This then can never be a ship because it can't go this way, it can't go either of these, and it can't go down here. So this is never a ship here. And we have 6 cells in this column. Sorry, 6 cells in this column, which must contain a ship segment. That means we need at least, well, you can only have 5 at most here, and then your ships cannot touch. So these are all ship segments, and one of these 2 is. Therefore, that's 5. We need a 6th one. It has to be here. So it must be here, and then it connects to this, because it cannot connect this way. We don't know if it extends further. It could be 3 or 4. But the 5 has to be this one, which means this one's already, we already have that one. We don't know if we have a 2 or 3, so this is already done. We just know it's one of these 2. These digits, well, these specifically are between 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. This is exactly 5 away from this, I believe, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is exactly 5 away from this. But we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair here. It cannot contain 1 and 2. Right? If one of these pairs was 1 and 2, if one of these pairs was 1 and 2, the problem is that the low digits on this 5-length battleship would only have 2 of them, and they would both have to be 3 and 4. But they would have to be next to 2 unique digits each on the battleship. And that's not allowed. 4 is not only allowed to be next to a 9 in normal Sudoku. So 1 and 2 cannot be the pair. Well, actually, that's incorrect. Right, because one of these 2 pairs is part of the battleship. Okay, so that's interesting. 3. This has to be between, this is 3 through 7. Because it has 2 digits that are lower or 2 digits that are higher than it, and it can go either way, right? So this is 3 through 7. It cannot be, so similarly here, this has 2 digits lower, 2 digits higher. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, yeah, it can never be 7. It can't be 5 either, because 5 and 7 can never be next to a black Kropke dot. So this is 3, 4, or 6. That means the other one is 4 with 2 and 8. So this is either 3, 6, 3, 6, or this is 4 with 2 and 8. Okay. Five can never be on. Ooh. That's problematic. Oof. Yeah, how does that work? I don't think that works. Ooh, that's bad. Okay. It has to be there. Okay, so, jeez. Oh. Five can never be next to a black Kropke dot, so it has to be in one of these, then, or here, but the problem is then five can't be on the German whisper line. Oh, that's bad. Okay, how do we resolve this? Such that no two ships are touching, not even diagonally. That's bad. We can't have a 5 then. Huh. There's no 5 available. Because 5 can never be next to a black Kropke dot. That's where we're having problems here. We have to have 6 segments in the fifth column. And you can only have 5 in a row. Oh, it can't be full 5. I see it. Yeah, yeah. That's what it is. It can't be the full 5. So somewhere in the middle. So both of these then have to be part of Battleships. And we have to have a 5 in the middle somewhere, but we don't know where. This can't be 5, so this is part of 1. So we have a 2 and a 3 taking into account. Apologies. Did not have to be 5 here. This one did have to be, but there's, yeah, something in the middle. This is at least 2. So it's one of these two is a 5. We're not sure which. Okay. That makes things much better, I guess. Kind of. We know the rest of the column cannot contain 3, 6, or 4. One of these must be 3 or 6. The remaining digits in column 5 cannot have 3, 6, 4. So it could be 1, 2, no 3, 4, 6, 5, 7, 8, and 9. This can't be 5 though, so this is 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9. Obviously, these can't be 5 because they're on a German whisper line. This can't be 7. Whatever digits here are consecutive. So if it's 2, it could be 1. If it's 3, this is 6, and it could be 2 and 4. Actually, that is a good question. This is consecutive with 3, 4, or 6. If it's 3, this has to go 2, and this is 1. But if this is 3, this would have to be 4, 5, and 6, which doesn't work. So this can never be 3 here. Okay, so this is 4, 6, which means this can never be 6 here. This is 2, 3, or 8. If this is 4, it could be 3, 2, 1 here. So this would be 8. I don't think this can ever be 2, is basically what I'm saying. If this is 4, this would have to be 3, 2. You'd have to have 3, 2 here, so this can never be 2, right? Yeah. Same here. If this is 4, this can never be 2, right? Because if this is 4 and this is 2, this 4 means this is 3, 2 going somewhere, right? 3, 2, and 5, 6. So this can never be 2. This is 4 and 8. So we have a 3, 4, 6, 8 quadruplet in column 5. So this can't be 3, 5, 3, 4, 6, and 8. If it's 6, so okay. If this is 6, this could be 7, 8, and 9, 5, 4, and then this would be 3, 2. That's what it would have to be. So if this is 6, this is 7, 8, and 9. Ah, but that can't work. So if we tried to make this 6, this has to go, this would be 3, so it cannot be 6, 5, 4, 3 there. It has to be 6, 7, 8, and 9 here. This is 5, 4. This is 3. This is 9, but the 3 can only be next to a 9 on a German whisper line out of 8 and 9. And it can't be 8 because the 8's on the other side with the 4. So this can never be 6. This has to be 4. This has to be 8. 4 could go 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is 8, which means it's next to a 1 or 2 here. This could be 5, 6, 7. So this can't be 9. Or it's 3, 2, and 1. So this can't, this is 1 or 7 here. This is 3 or 5. This is 2 or 6 here. So this must be 7 or 9, and this is 1, 7, or 9. One of these is a 3, 6 pair here, and the other one is either 2, 1 or 2, 4, because it can't have an 8. So we have either 3, 6, 3, 6, and we have 2 with 1 or 4. 2 with 1 or 4. These are consecutive. It could be 1 and 2. Or it could be 6, 7, 7, 8, or 8, 9. That's a lot of possibilities. This is 4, which means this can't be 4. This can't be 8. This is 1 or 2. 3 and 6. 3 can only be next to 9. 6 can only be next to 1. Because 8 is no longer valid here. So we know one of these 3 digits is a 2. If this is 3, this would be 6. This would have to be 1, but that doesn't work. Because if this is 3, this is 6, the 3 would have to go down to 2 and 1. And that doesn't work, because then the 6 would not have anything to be next to on a German whisper line. So this is 6, this is 3, this is 9. None of these can be 9. This has to be 5, 7, 5, 7, and 4, 8, 4, 8 here, which makes this a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair here. So this goes this way. That means these cannot be touching. So this cannot be battleships. This cannot be battleships. This cannot be battleship either. It could extend here. These cannot be battleships either, because you can't be touching. So one of these is 3, one of these is 2. So we're clearing one of these and one of these. We have 5 left over here. Okay, we also have 5 left over here. But these 2 cannot be part of a single battleship. So one of them has to be, and the other one must be here, right? So therefore this one can't be, right? If one of these has to be, that leaves the other 5 cells. It cannot be both of these because they would be touching each other, and you can't go through it because they're not a difference. There's a difference of only 1 here, right? So that leaves this having to be ship part, this having to be ship part, and this must be a ship part. So this is not a ship part. This is a 3-cell, so it cannot have any ships next to it or touching it. Wait, this is 2 already, and this is touching it, supposedly. That's bad. Oh, I already made the assumption. Well, Ooh. How does this work? Yeah, because you're not supposed to be able to touch it. Okay, we have a problem here then, too. It has to be this way, right? Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's actually everything I was saying was correct. It just can't be this one. It has to be these two together. So these two form essentially a ship also. And this is closed off here, right? Because you can't have any ships touching each other. So these can't be touching. This can't be touching. So we have another 3 and a 2. And this is 2. So we've used up 2 2s now. We have 1 already now ship segment in column 8. So the rest cannot be. Therefore, this must be a 3. We already have 2 3s here. This is the third 3. And these must go down. So they have to go at least 2. We know we have at least 5 battleship parts, and we have 5 battleship parts in row 1. This cannot be battleship. These can't be battleship because, and this can't be battleship here because these would touch this cell, and these would touch this cell. We don't know which one's this one though. Okay, 5 can never be on a battleship, so that's fine. We have 3 3s already. We need a 5. So one of these must be the 5, right? And you could have 2 4s here, potentially. You can't go this way through the battleship. You can't go this way either. You can't be 5 here. So these can no longer be 5 in length. This can't be 5 because you can't go through the white Kropke dot. So this must be 5, which means this is done. So this is done here. This is 3 at most. It could be 2. It's 2 or 3. So we need 2 4s left. Therefore, they have to be here and here because there's no other place for them. So these can't touch this. We have to, okay, so these are done. That means we have a 2 and a 3 left. So either the 3 goes, so this is at least 2 here, and one of these is the remaining one. We're not sure which. Okay, pretty crazy. Okay, so we have here 2 lows already taken care of in row 8. So that means this can only have 1 low here. So this is a low. It's 1 or 2. It's with 7, 8, or 9, or actually 6, 7, 8, or 9. This cannot be a 1, 2 pair, so this can't be 1. And we also know we have a 1 or 2 here. Oh, well, there you go. Right? One of these is 1 or 2. It cannot be 1 or 2 here, so this must be 1, 2 here, which makes this 6 through 9, which is 6 through 9 next to. 1 and 2 cannot be here. We have a 2, 3, 4, 6 triplet or quadruplet in row 7, which eliminates 2, 3, 4, and 6 in the rest of the row. So this must be 1, 5, 7, 9 remaining in the row. Okay. If you have a 6, no, that's fine. Okay. This is 1 or 2. We also have a 7, or actually we don't. This could be 1 or 2. 1 or 2 also. This can never be 7 here, because that would not be, it was not the 5, so it's not the one that's not taken. Also we have 2, you could have 8 and 9 here. This is a low. You have 2 lows here. This is 5 digits. That's a high. If this is a 2, that means this is a 3-6 pair. Which means the 6 cannot be here. Which means 6 would have to be with one of these digits. Right? Which would mean the 1 is here. This digit cannot be 1, 2, or 9. So, and it's in between 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. So this has to be 3, 7, or 8. If it's 3, that means this is 8, 9, or 8 and 9 here. If it's 7 or 8, it could be 1, 2. Okay, this can't be, okay. If this is 3, this then would have to be 9, and this would be 8. If this is 7, you could have 1, 2, 1, 2. If it's 8, it could be 1, 2, and 1, 2, or 3 there. Right, we don't know anything else here. The remaining digits in row 1 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Okay. 4 cannot be in the middle here. This still could be 3, 8, 9, 3, 8, 9. That's possible. 4 could be on the outside. That's fine. Any of those work. If this is 8, this has to be 1, 2, or 3 next to it. Can't be 4. If this is 1, 2, or 3, it could be 6, 8, or 9 here. So it's still pretty broad. Where is the 5 in column 7? Can't be here. Can't be any of these. It must be here. So this is 5. Where is the 5 then in row 7? Can't be any of these anymore. It must be here. So this is 5. 5 can never be on a German whisper line, so where's the 5 in column 3? Can't be any of these because of the 5 here. Can't be any of these. It must be here. So this is 5. This can't be 5 or 7. Where is the 5 in row 3? It must be one of these two cells. We know it's one of those. Where is the 5 in box 6? Can't be any of these. Can't be here because that's on a German whisper line. Can't be here. Can't be here because it can't be next to a black Kropke dot, so it must be one of these two digits. Therefore, this can't be a 5. It's part of the German whisper line. This then has to be a 5 and is not part of the German whisper line. One of these is a 5, so the other one has to be a 4 or a 6 here, right? This is a 1-2-1-2 pair, which forces this not to be 1 or 2. So this is 7, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 5. This is 3, this is 2. 7 and 2 are next to each other. This is a 9, this is a 1. This cannot be 1 or 9, so this is 7. These can't be 7 here. So where is the 7 in row 8? It has to be one of these two digits. So this can never be 9. 9 has to be one of these two then. This is 7. So where is the 7 in column 7? Can't be here. Can't be here. Can't be here. It has to be here. So this is 7, which makes this a 1 and a 2 next to it. So it's a 1-2-1-2 pair. This has to be 8 or 9 here. This is a high digit. This is a high digit. And it's 6, 8, or 9 here. Well, we have a 6, 8, 9 triplet in column 7 and a 1-2 triplet in column 7, which leaves this as 3 or 4. So this cannot be 3 or 4. This is 2 or 6 here. This is 3 or 4. We have an 8, 9 here, which means if this were 3, this would have to be both 8 and 9 here. So this cannot be 3. Actually, if this is a low of any sort, you have to have 2 highs here, but the only highs in these possible is 8 and 9. So this cannot be high. This must be a low. Sorry, can't be low. It has to be a high, which means this is high. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the column. This can't be, or sorry, row. This can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 8 or 9. This is a low. This is a low. Well, we know 2 out of these digits are lows. This is a low, right? And this is a low. So the rest of the column cannot be low. It has to be 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, but this can't be 6 or 7 because of the 6, 7 here. This is 8 or 9. This cannot be 8. This 1 means this can't be a 1, so this is 2, which makes that a 1. This 5 means this can't be 5, so this is 7. This must be 8 then. This must be 5, and this is 4. One of these is 5, and the other one's 4 or 6. The 4 or 6 would have to go with a 9 or the 1. So this can never be 6, because if this were... Actually, hold up. This could be 6. This can never be 4, because that would force this to be 9. Because the non-5 is on the German whisper line. So if this is 4, this would be 9, but 9 can never be on a German whisper line. Or sorry, next to a black Kropke dot. So either this is 5 or 6. This could be 6, which would make that 1. But that would make that 1, which would force that to be 2. But that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. So this can't be 6. This must be a 5. Which means this can't be 5. This can't be 5. This must be a 5. This has to be a 4 or a 6. And it's it's the battleship. Or it's the 3-cell ship. So we've got that. We've got this settled too. This is 5. It's consecutive with 4 or 6. That means this is 1 or 9 here. We're not sure which. The remaining digits in row 3 have to be 3, 4, 6, or 8. 8 has to be here. which means 8 cannot be in the rest of the box. So this must be 9, which makes this an 8. This can no longer be 8. This can no longer be 8. This still could be 1 through 4 here. One of these 3 is 8. This cannot be 6, because if this were 6, this would have to be 1. And the 1-2 pair eliminates all 1s and 2s in the rest of the row. Actually, let's do what digits are in this row. It's 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 7 or 8 or 6. This can't be 3 or 9 or 4. We have a 6, 7, 8 triplet here. This is a 3, 4, 9 triplet here. This can't be 7. This can't be 7 here. This can never be 4 because the 4 can't be 4 and 6 because the 4 and 6 can never be next to 2 unique digits on a German whisper line. Can't be 7 because 7 also can't be well, 7 has to be next to a 1 or 2 on a German whisper line, and these can't be 1 or 2. So this can't be 6 here again. You could have 3 and 4 to 8 and 9. That's potentially possible. Let's see. What else do we have? One of these digits is a 2. So this can't be 2 here because we know 2 can't be here, 2 can't be here anymore, and 2 can't be here. So 2 is one of these 2 digits. If this is 1, 2, this would have to be 1. And this would be 2. If it's 2, 4, this is 2 again. This is 4. If it's 3, 6, either one can be 3 or 6. It can't be 1, 2, actually, because of the 1, 2 cell in the box. It could be 2, 4, 3, 6, or 4, 8. And therefore, this black Kropke dot has next to it a 3 and a 4. This must be 3 or 4. Well, that eliminates 3 and 4 in the rest of the box. So this can't be 3 or 4. This is 6, 8, or 9. This cannot be 3 or 4. If it's 2, this is 4, this is 1. It can be next to 8 or 9. It can't be 7 here. If it's 3, it would have to also be next to 8 or 9. If it's 4, it's next to 9. If it's 6, it's next to 1. If it's 8, that 4, this would be 4, this would be 3. This would be a 6, 9 pair. It could be next to 1 or 2. So either one of those works. Okay, 7 has to be one of these 2 digits. That's fine. The remaining digits in row 9 are 1, 3, 4, 8, 9. No 7. Why do I keep adding that? But 9 cannot be here because one of these 2 digits must be 9 because 9 cannot be here. So 7 has to be one of those 2. We have all the 5s. The remaining digits in... Okay, so this cannot be 9 here. The remaining digits in row 2 are 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. But this can't be 9 here. This is 1, 2, 6, 7. We have 1, 2, 6, no 7. But it could be 9 still here. This can't be 2, though, because the 2 in the column. Hmm. We know the 1 has to be one of these 3 digits here. That's interesting. Obviously, if it's here, this is a 1-2 pair. If it's here, this could still be a lot of things. What's next to 3, 8, and 9? So if this is a high, it has to be next to a 3, which would be next to an 8. So this would always have to be 9 if that's the case. This can't be 9 here because it's next to a black Kropke dot. So this can never be 3 here, which means this is always 3 or 4, and this is always 8 or 9. The 9 could be here, though. If this is 9, this becomes 1 and 2. This would be 3, this would be 8. So if this is a high, it's a 9. If it's a low, it can be any of the lows, except for 4. Actually, it can't even be 3, though. If it were low here, if this were... Okay, so if either of these are... This has to be a low. It cannot be 3. If this is 3, this becomes 8, 9, 8, 9 pair, but the 3 can only be next to an 8 and a 9 on a German whisper line. So this cell would basically have to be an 8 or 9, and we'd have 3 8 or 9s in the box. So this can't be 8 or 9. This has to be 1 or 2. If this is 1 or 2, this is 1, 2, or 4. So 2 has to be one of these 2 digits. This could be, again, 1, 2, or 9. But 2 cannot be here because 1 of 2 has to be here. Sorry, 2 has to be one of these 2. So this can never be 2. Therefore, in this box 6, where are the 1s and 2s? 1s and 2 cannot be here. It has to be here. So this is 1 or 2, which means it must be next to a high digit here. So this is 6 or 8. This must be 3 or 4. This is a low digit, so it must be next to a 9. So this is 9, this is 4. These can no longer be 4. This can't be 1 or 9 because of the 1, 2, 3 triplet in the box and the 9. So this is 6. This can't be 6 here. This can't be 6. Therefore, this is 2. This must be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 4, which makes that 3. This is 4. This is 8, which makes that 9, which makes that 6. Therefore, this must be 1 to be next to a 6. This is 2. This can't be 1, so this is 2. This can't be... This has to be a 9. This can't be 8 or 9, so this is 6, which makes that a 1. This can't be 1 and 4. This can't be 8 here, so this must be a 3, which makes that an 8. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we know we're getting close to solving it. This can't be 8. This must be a 9, which makes that an 8. Therefore, this is a 3. This can never be 3 here. And this can't be 4, so this must be 8, which makes that a 3. Therefore, that makes that a 9. This can't be 4. This is a 1, 2 pair here. This cannot be 2 or 4 here. So it's 3 and 6. So this can't be 6. This can't be 1 anymore. So this must be a 2. Which makes this a 1, which makes that a 2. This can't be 1, 2, or 3. So that's a 4. This has to be then a 2. Because this 2 cannot be here. This is a 1, 3 pair. This can't be 2. This can't be 3 or 8 or 4. This is a 6, which makes this a 7, which makes that a 1. The only digit that's high here now is a 6. This can't be 3. This can't be 1 because of that one. So this is 2, which makes that a 1. This can't be 3. This can't be 6, which makes that an 8. This can't be 6 or 8, so this is 7. This can't be 4 or 9, so this is 3. This has to be then a 6. That leaves this as a 4, and this must be 7. This 6 eliminates that 6, so that's a 3, which makes that a 6. This 7 eliminates that 7, so that's 8, which makes that a 7. This is a 4 left, and this is a 1, which leaves this as a 4, which makes that a 9. And then this becomes 3, and that's a 1. That's how you solve it. Yeah, apologies for some of the bad assumptions I made earlier. Fortunately, I was able to immediately see, hey, this doesn't work. And then just, it was basically this 5 battleship being here, this digit being part of a ship instead of this one. Everything else I figured it out after like making those mistakes. So apologies for that. Still kind of fun. I enjoyed this. I was drawn to the whole battleship theme, and it did not disappoint. So it was a fun puzzle. And I hope you had a good time too. And I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.